You want to marry her on Thursday? Isn't that a little bit quick?
Her dad wants it to be soon, and I have no reason to slow him down.
You don't know what Juliet wants? I don't like that.
She's still really sad about Tibo's death, and so we haven't gotten to talk much about love. And, her dad thinks a partner will help her deal with the sadness. Don't you agree?
Hey, there's Juliet now.
Hey there, my wife.
I will be your wife when we're married.
Which will happen on Thursday.
Sure. Fry Lawrence, are you free?
Absolutely. Sorry to kick you out, Paris, but this is kind of in private.
Sure, Father. No problem.
Father, what can I do? Romeo left, and I have to marry Paris on Thursday.
Would you be willing to die to avoid marrying Paris?
Yes, I'd be willing to do anything.
Good. Go home then. Consent to marry Paris, and apologize to your father. Be happy! This evening, make sure you're alone in your room when you go to sleep. Drink this potion. It will make you appear as if you are dead. 42 hours later, you will wake up, as though waking from a pleasant sleep.
Thank you so much.
Are you sure you're going to trust him, Juliet? There's a fine line between insane and eccentric. And that friar that you just took that mysterious drug from, he's about to cross it. Look him up on the CIA database and you just might get a bit of a surprise. The friar in question grew up in southern Malvonia. He enlisted in the army at the age of -34, but he soon decided that army life was not for him. He deserted and, 4 years later, he was adopted by a large family of turtles. He lived happily until his home was devastated by a mudslide caused by alkaline rain. His brother turtles perished and, depressed, the to-be friar set off for Warsaw to start a new life as a gang leader. Unfortunately, despite his determination, he was rejected by every gang. The Sharks and the Jets both sent him off crying like a turtle hatchling. So, he was ordained and devoted his life to plants, God. Since then, he's gained 67 years and 409 pounds. And that is the man to whom you are entrusting your fate. Smart.
Hey, ma chérie, is Juliet here yet?
Yeah, she's here.
I'm here, Dad. I'm really sorry for disobeying you. I went to see Friar Lawrence and went to confession. I'll marry Paris. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't worry. All will be well.
Little did he know that all would not be well. In hindsight, he would look back on this moment and realize that nothing could possibly have gone worse. Unless the wine hadn't shown up. That would have been awful. Nothing helps one deal with the loss of one's daughter like 15 gallons of cheap table wine. Except maybe for 16 gallons. Or 17. Or 18.
Well, I'm certainly glad you passed grade 2 math, and that you can count.
Do you mind? I'm trying to give an emotional speech that involves foreshadowing and a very clever use of irony.
Well, it's not going very well.
Leave. Now.
What?
Now. That was embarrassing. So basically, Juliet is so torn by her parents' abuse that she decides to fake her suicide so as to leave them and to be with Romeo in Mantua. That went well.
Nurse, could you leave now? I'd like to sleep alone.
Okay, you're sure you don't need any help?
No, thanks though. Farewell, sweet nurse. God knows when we shall meet again. Here's drink. I drink to thee.
That was just a warm-up. Now, for the real stuff.
Nurse, go wake up Juliet.
Okay.
Oh no! I forgot the dry cleaning. She's dead! I always knew beds were a bit uncomfortable in Italy, but when they start killing people, it becomes a problem. When you hear in the news so-and-so has passed away in his sleep, those people are always in beds, the murdering type of beds. I say we need a solution to this epidemic. I say we turn bed frames into firewood, and the springs in the beds into airplanes, and the fluff of the beds into sleeping bags whenever somebody dies in their sleep. They aren't in sleeping bags. So if we all would sleep in sleeping bags, then nobody would die. Have you ever woken up with a sore neck, a sore back? It ruins your whole day probably. Not even a shower can prevent it. It's the bed's fault. Of course, I say we don't trust the beds with resting us. We need something else to give us what we deserve. A good night's sleep after a hard day's work is what we deserve. Italians may be able to make a nasty pizza, but leave beds to Norwegians. Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
I bite my thumb, sir.
I said, do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
I bite my thumb, sir.
You quarrel, sir. Those saucy flea-bitten Montagues, they doth have no aim.